Yeah, it's a wonderful morning here to you, all my viewers out there. My name is Valentine Nicolas, and you're welcome yet to another edition of your wonderful program, Early Morning Delight. If you are living in the United States, especially if you are living around, where you have the time zone EST. But even whether you are in Atlanta, you are in Ohio, you are Kentucky, wherever you are, I'm welcome you all to this wonderful edition of the program. It's going to be very hilarious. It's going to be very humorous. At the same time, it's going to be very inspirational, because I already made sources and ingredients that is going to make the program a very nice one today. So whether you belong to the positive or the negative side of the topic that we're going to be discussing today, I can assure you that at the end of this program is going to be a wonderful one. Last week, I want to quickly appreciate, because the feedback was massive. People called me, people sent text messages, and all I just want to say is, please tell someone about this program. Because right now I'm just trying to build content, trying to do a lot of testing, a lot of research to see how and what we need to make stable in this program. So you're going to be seeing a lot of varieties and variances during this project of testing. At least for the first three, like I said, last week was like the pilot episode, and we're still in the session of testing out the waters for this program. So you're going to be seeing something different almost every week. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll quickly go on this short break so that I can set some things right, and when I come back, definitely the show will continue. Welcome back. The program is Your Opinion. In case you're just joining in, you have not missed anything so much. We just started. So I have in the house with me one of our discussants for last week. Unfortunately, two of the people that we were together last week, they could not make it for some unforeseen contingency. So I have Eniola in the house with me today. Eniola, how do you do today?
I'm doing fine, Valentine. Good morning. Thank you very much. It's another beautiful Saturday out here. And how are you?
How beautiful is it in Chicago?
At the moment, I'm in St. Louis, and it's quite beautiful. I've really not stepped out of the house today, but the week has really been like no rain, like pretty much sunny and quite beautiful.
So temperature has been fair to everybody in St. Louis over the week.
I would say it's not been that bad.
If I need to tell you, I had an experience that I have heard about, maybe possibly watch on video, but I cannot believe that will happen to me. And let me tell you, for the sake of gist, yesterday was above 100 degrees in Maryland. Above 100, and you see, I left. It will never happen to me again. I left this can of Coke. If I don't just one, I had a couple of them. Coke, Pepsi, and all that. And with that heat, and with all my windows wound up, there was actually a bomb blast in my car. an explosion of Pepsi can in my car. And I just thank God that it was not when I was driving. It did not happen when somebody was seated there. And who knows what could have happened. And the whole splatter was on my windscreen, was on the side glass and everywhere. I had to start cleaning up. And I just look at myself and I said that, I know Pepsi has some measure of carbon with heat. Carbon expands when there is a lot of heat and all that. And that's it. What if I was driving and that thing explodes? And this is just to somebody out there. Please, if you have any kind of drink, especially the ones that has carbon in it, any carbonated drink, even if it's not carbonated, I don't think it's
even if it's not.
Even water, because I've heard in some other climes that even when you have water for a long time in your car,
it's not healthy anymore. Yeah.
So please, if you have,
Challenge in plastic containers.
There are a lot of us who carry around, Coke, Pepsi, and other carbonated drinks like that. Please go and remove everything from your car. If you are hearing this, please put it on your platform, on your status, on your Facebook account, everywhere. Tell everybody, especially now we're going to summer and it's going to be pretty hot this particular season. So that's just something to learn from. And you see, for me over the week, I've been under the weather for like about 3 weeks now, but I think gradually, I'm coming out gradually. I still feel a little bit weak. I hope I'm not too dull for presentation, and my voice is bad. And up till now, I still have asthma, what do you call it? Up till now, I still don't. My sense of smell is not back fully yet. I can feel. So even if a house is burning beside me now, right now, I don't even know what is going on. So today is going to be a very wonderful. We have I already give an insight to what we'll be talking about last week. For those of you who joined us, I want to say thank you so much. The feedback was awesome, and people kept sharing and sharing. So please, as you're watching this too, also share on your accounts. Send it to Facebook, put it on WhatsApp, tell a friend, call a friend, and all that. We want as many people as possible to please join on this in the program. So we're going to go on a very short break. Myself and Niola will quickly maybe take a sip of tea. And do you have any tea around you there?
Oh, sure. I got something.
Yeah. So we're going to go on a short break. When we come back, I'm going to introduce the topic, and then I will introduce, because I have a big fish in a big pan in the house today. You won't know who until when I come back. All right, distinguished viewers, please don't touch the dial. I'll be right back. The stories that are most important to us are stories about me, you, and others. Such stories are about politics, economy, landmark achievements, institutions, sports, and entertainment. Alright, you are welcome back, people. The program is Your Opinion. Whatever we say on this program is our own opinion. My opinion, and your last opinion, my guest's opinion, and you can also have your opinion. But there are some basic facts and statistics that might come up, during the course of the program. So if today I believe that Akara should become the next exchange rate, that's my opinion. Eniola has her own entitlement to her own opinion. So what are we talking about today? Can you please read, Eniola? What's our topic for today?
Oh yes, sure, Valentine. So today we're going to be talking about it's more of a societal discussion, and it's around what the new generation women maybe experience, and the topic specifically is the new generation woman. Man, so it's just we're going to be looking closely at single parenting, divorce, career freedom, and independence in diverse societies.
If you notice, deliberately there's a question mark after a threat to man. So I'm asking you, are you a threat to any man? I'm asking you, from your heart of hearts, from your church mind, are you a threat to any man?
In my own opinion, I don't see myself as a threat to a man that is, up and doing himself, a man that, is taking the responsibility he should take about his life, So I believe it's more of a like subjective thing. So if someone is not having that much of, would I say, status or something, or maybe up to my level, in their own opinion, their own regard, they might see me as a threat. But I would say I'm not a threat. I should rather be an inspiration or something to really tell a man that, okay, this, is who I am and this is what
I'm going to take you up. I'm going to take you up, Troa, because today, thank God your fellow witches are not here today. So you're all by yourself.
What do you mean witches?
Yes, because I know you guys are always supporting each other. But thank God MAE is not here today. Now, and I'm going to represent that gender called male here today. I'm a man, I'm going to represent them here. So let me just prepare you for that. And also, I am fortunate to have another man in the building today. So both of us, we are going to, I don't know what his own opinion is going to be. But I'm asking you, you can answer me from your own opinion. I'm saying you, Eniola. You said a woman that you should. Is the word, should the word be should or you are? You should, are you supposed, or you should be an inspiration to the man, or you are an inspiration to men, or to a man particularly?
You should be, because you may choose not to be. So you are, if you are, you're trying to say this is like the status quo.
I would think rather that it should be it's more than expectation. It's supposed to be a life standard. It's supposed to be a value. So every woman is expected
not to be.
All right, I'll save you a little bit of energy. Let me quickly bring in my guest for today. I have in the house handsome looking, intelligent, wonderful man I've met over the years. He's a veteran. He likes to call himself, I'm retired, but not tired. A man who has tested waters, tested and trusted, a family man by every standard. I can tell you, a responsible man, a socialite, a philanthropist. He loves giving. He promised he was going to buy me a car. I don't know if he has changed his mind, so maybe someday he's going to come. And I have in the studio with me today, Otumba Bayo Oyewoga. You are most welcome, Otumba. How do you do today?
I'm fine. It's good to be here.
Yes, I'm sure you have seen the topic on the screen, and I'm sure, I think we discussed about it too yesterday. I mean, sometime before now, and I'm sure you are loaded. And whatever you say here too is your own opinion. So you can either be objective or subjective, but at least we're expecting that our guest, will learn from what we're going to say. Can you first of all just tell us, my teaming viewers, let us know who is Otumba Bayo Oyewoga?
Well, good morning to those of us at this side of the world. Good afternoon to those in Europe, in Nigeria, in Africa, and good evening to those in the Middle East. My name is Adebayo Oyewoga. Adebayo Afolajumo Oyewoga. I'm a Nigerian, happily married with children, and although I have a title, I'm an Otumba, blessed with a wife and children. And to the glory of God, I give all thanks to God for everything He's doing in my life and everything He's using me for. I believe every one of us we are all evangelists in one way or the other. And it's good to be here. I'm based here in America, Virginia precisely. And God is good. God is good.
Thank you so much, Otumba, for the little insight. I'm sure Otumba is a businessman, he's a contractor, he has businesses in Nigeria, and first thing he always likes to be known for is an Ijebu man. He's an Ijebu man. But you know, when you say that you are Ijebu to a whole lot of us, especially from Nigeria, the first thing that comes like, hey, Ijebu people, one Ijebu ni kofe no. Is that true? Ijebu people, I know they are socialites. They like partying. They like anything. They are, you know. But when they say, Ijebu, is that very true about Ijebu? Just very briefly, less than a minute.
No. It all depends on how you see. If you are a giver, you will receive more. If you hold your power and you're not good to yourself and you're not good to others, you just isolate yourself from the goodies of God. So my one Ijebu person is not that. I have so many mentors from Ijebu. My dad is an example. Late Otumba Tiwashe Shugobalogun is one.
Sorry about the demise of late Otumba Shubomi Balogun. So sorry about. We all miss him. I don't know what's going on in Nigeria now. All our big heroes, they are falling. People are just dying anyhow. You know, Dr. C2 passed exactly on the day of inauguration. You know. Sorry about Otumba Shubomi. Okay, very quickly before we delve straight into the topic today, because we are going to be here just for 1 hour today, just 1 hour, because I promised a lot of people that. Now, tell us about your week. How has been your week from last week Sunday till today?
Well, glory be to God. It's been rough because I have my own challenges. So, when I thank God, I was traveling from ache to pain, which I don't pray for anybody. So thank God that I'm able to talk.
Thank God for that. All right, let's quickly go into our topic for today, which is the new generation woman, a threat to man. And we're going to be looking closely at single parenting, freedom, and independence. As you know, since Beijing conference, when all the women in the whole world had a conference, I usually tell people jokingly that since that day, the whole world has not rested. Let me ask you, Otumba, what do you think about this new generation woman? What do you think about them? The new generation, the 21st, 22nd, 23rd century new generation woman. What do you think about them?
Thank you very much. Two people I may disappoint you guys with what I'm going to say. The new generation women is divided into two categories. We have the young adults. When I mean the young adults, age of 25 to 35. Those are I'll put them as the young adults. And we have the similar generation to our generation, but they are not in our generation. And that's from 36 to maybe 46. Now, to me, they are no threats to a man, unless you, the man, want them to be a threat to you. You see, what is going on around is a situation whereby no one is an island. Anybody can become somebody. From where we come from in Africa, we believe the man should be everything, should be here, should be there, should do everything for the woman. But I'm against some of our men. And that's where I said where I'm going to go to is different from what people might think I'm going to say. Some of our men are, I don't know what's the problem with us. We feel over-relaxed. But if you are lucky to have a good woman, my sister said something against, if you're an up and doing man, you don't have any problem. But one of the greatest problem women face is low self-esteem. Especially we African men, we face that low self-esteem. We don't want to take it. Let me give you an example. A man that is been in diaspora, okay, you said you work, maybe the job you're doing, maybe you're a CNA, you're a nurse or a cab driver, you are by yourself. Look at it. You don't have much responsibility. You have no children to cater for. Maybe you have some back home, but you are by yourself. You are not living in a mansion. Now you made that money. You now go to Nigeria, because I'm from Nigeria, I'll use Nigeria. But it's not only Nigeria. You meet this lady, somebody introduced you to her. You don't know her well. You see, you don't know her well, and you just get in there because of your status. She's down right now, back home. Now she gets engaged to you because guess what? She's getting married to you not because of love, but because of want. She's getting married to you because of your position that you are in. You're going to bring her abroad. Whether America
So Otumba, are you replicating my question, or rather the answer I want, with that your analogy? Are you saying that the new generation woman is a woman who is attracted to wealth, who is attracted to value and placement? Is that, I want you to make that distinction.
No, they are not attracted to wealth. First, they are attracted to what they want to be. They have vision. Most of the women don't have
what is the average we are talking about? Are you saying that of every 100% of women, they are all attracted? I mean, they are all gingered by vision. They have a drive. 100% of them. If on a scale of 1 to 100, what's your percentage?
It is the new generation. When I say from age of 22, 23, 24, the young adults. That's what I can say.
Okay. Let me put this well, maybe more properly. Let's look at the women in the yesteryears.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. And the woman of this age. When I say this age, I'm saying in the last 20 years. Do we, like our parents, those who gave birth to us, let's look at their own life standard, and then the new modern women, let's say since Beijing Conference. Now, evolution. We're talking about westernization, civilization. From dressing to the art of talking to marriage, can we say that the woman that we have, that were married, like during the days of your own parents, are they the same kind with the women that we have now that are in marriages? If they are or they are not, are we saying that the life standard of women these days, a woman wants to become a professor, she wants to be a senator, is that supposed to be a threat to man? I have my own opinion, but I want to first of all ask you. Before then, very, very quickly, I have just 1 minute, then I want Eniola to also comment on that.
In the days of our fathers and mothers, they have what we call total obedience, whereby though their wives, like my mother, our career was to go from teaching to the bank.
That's a career.
Yeah, to be a banker. She was admitted, she was employed, given an employment in Standard Bank, against Standard Bank. But my dad did not allow her to go. And she agreed.
And so she ended up spending the whole of her career in the kitchen.
In the kitchen. She retired as an headmistress. But you see, the generation of today, it's the system have given them the leeway. They respect you. If you put as a man, you put yourself in a position of respect.
Okay,
But if you,
let
but
me.
if you, they will
Sorry,
not.
sorry because of our time, because I want everything to be very short. We have a lot of ground to cover, so we need to go very faster. Eniola, the generation of, let's say your generation, let's just use you as an example now. Your generation of women and the generation of women before you, what's the difference? The new generation woman, what's the difference with the old generation woman?
I don't know how you want me to answer. If you really want to
Your opinion,
take
just your
that,
opinion.
yes, take that saying like the generation of women. I would like to also ask, like the time we had then, this kind of society we had then, the kind of values we had then, the kind of men we had then, are they also the same we have now? So I believe it's not limited to women, even if we feel maybe for some reason, oh, the women are different. No, everything is different. The society,
No, but you see, the topic for
technology
today,
has changed a
see,
lot of
the topic
things.
for today, we are not dealing with the society
Yeah.
today. The topic is narrowed down to women today. That now,
So,
that whatever kind of woman that we have today, do they
yeah.
pose any threat to men?
So what I would just say is women are still women. I would not say anybody has changed. People only adapt to changing circumstances, to society, what the society offers, and of course, every human being has this, innate desire to fulfill something. Everyone has what they want to do, like what they want to be. Maybe that was not. Maybe they were not empowered to really go, strong with that earlier on, let's say before the Beijing conference and all that. So that explains maybe the gender gap we always had and societal norms around that. But I think the moment everyone was allowed to open up, you can do whatever you want to be, you can do whatever you want to do, be whoever you want to be. It allowed women also to pursue their dreams. So I would not say they change. I would only say the circumstances change and offer them something better to pursue in life. It's okay, I can be better off for my kids, I can be better off for my husband, and that's how I say it.
World population says that there are more women, statistically, said there are more men than women, right? Do you agree with that statistics? That there are
The
more.
statistics. You would say next time you want to conduct your own research.
I'm saying your own opinion. Do you agree with the statistics? Because the
If it is the
statistics.
statistics, it's a data-driven information. Like you wouldn't say no when you have not conducted your own research. So of course that is what we have. So that's what we run with for now. Until somebody else comes with another research, proven research, and say, okay, no, it's contrary. So for now, yeah, I take that.
Otumba, what's your own opinion? Do you think because what statistics say that 53% of world population they are men and about 47% are women? Do you agree that there are more men than there are women in this age of I'm looking for a husband?
No.
Considering that people are saying that there are no husbands to marry, I want to hear your own opinion. Who do you think? Do you think there are more men or there are more women?
To me, there are more women. I don't believe there are more women.
Eniola, did you hear that? Otumba is conducting his own research already.
Yeah, that's what I said. As far as the statistics is what they provide. Otuba, do you have your own statistics to show that?
You see, the thing is this.
Remember, statistics do change, even if you have
leave the computer alone or what.
Oh no. So what do we work on? We have to work on data.
Look at what is going on.
What is going on can be limited to a particular society, a particular, would I say community, or because if you say women are
it's not women. Even about community. Okay, go to Nigeria, go to Ghana, go to Sierra Leone, go to South Africa. Then that's Africa. Then okay, go to Europe, go to Asia, then come to America and Canada, and even South America, and see the population of women that are that want to glue on just one man.
That's okay. Of course, I respect that opinion, but that's just based on what one person or two people or other people talk about. What I'm saying is,
Eniola,
when you look at it from, I'm sorry, when you look at it from women trying to find husband or something, are you telling me it means all the men are actually married and the few ones are the ones women are, scrambling to get? So
Let me
this is where research comes in. This is where data and
well, let me
information
ask you
comes in.
Eniola, let me help you. And let me blow the bubble of all those statisticians, those people that are coming up with those ideas that there are more men. I mean, we are looking at your neighborhood. Look at where you live. Now, who have ever taken my statistics? In Africa, we all know where we come from. I'm going to show you some statistics that some people wrote somewhere. Okay, let me quickly show you this. Look at this. These are all in percentage. Now, how can you tell me that 80% of Burkina Faso is married? At least they have been married once. Who can tell me that? Now, look at your own country, Nigeria. Do you agree that 83% of Nigerians were once married? At least either they are divorced or they are still in a marriage. Just look at it. Now, look at it again. He said the percentage of widows in Nigeria, 3%.
When was this information and which geographical location did it cover?
This is, can you say, sub-Saharan Africa? That's why you have all the look at the coverage now. Burkina Faso, Niger, Senegal, all the countries represented. And this is from
And
World
what age
Statistics.
group? And do they have a particular demography they like targeted? I wouldn't just take this information like on face value. There's so many things to consider.
But okay, look at it. I've told you that whatever you are seeing here as a matter of figure is in percentage. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the demography is about the whole country population. So they are saying that in the 100% population of Burkina Faso, 80% of them were once married. Once married means maybe they are widowed, divorced, or they are still in marriage now. Is this true?
Yeah.
Especially look at Nigeria. If I don't know anywhere, I know Nigeria, where I come from. Otumba, how can anybody tell me positively that 83% of Nigeria were once married?
You know the person that did this is let me say is above 100 years old, and he has been to coast like Coca-Cola.
It's not one person, no. This is world statistics. This is gotten
That's
from.
and they even know how everything from the Oyewaga generation, they know everything from Kuku generation, they know everything from Olasende generation. Even in your last generation, they know everything. Because guess what? All these things are just fictions to me. They are not real.
They are real. That's why they are
Eniola,
real.
don't let us deceive ourselves. There's nothing real about this thing. Me and you know, even ordinary census in Nigeria is not accurate.
We have some people, sir. We have some people. Too much knowledge. They want to know the temperature. When they go outside and say, from what the statistics said, is 93. And it's asked to be 93. There's so much. But why I like this program is your opinion. I can't change the Enola's opinion. I can change your opinion.
Yeah, it is,
And I
absolutely.
can't change your opinion. What the Enola believes is what Enola believes. But me, it is what I see. What is on ground that I like. Because things change.
Okay.
Let us come
Otumba,
back to the topic we are.
Yes, I'm going to go for a short break now. When we come back now, we are going to get at each other's truth, because we are going to be talking about single parenting. Why, I mean, for people who say that, oh, I love you, why should they go into divorce? You see, marriages don't even last 2-3 months now. Sometimes they will say it's because of cooking. Oh, the wife does not know how to cook. Oh, the husband cannot even help. So we're going to be talking about that. And then this freedom and independence. Is there actually anything called independence and freedom for women? Why would a woman look for independence? Why would a woman want freedom? When we come back from this short break, this and others we will be talking about. Please don't go away. Yes, you're welcome back. If you're just joining or you join in the middle while we were talking, the program is Your Opinion, hosted and produced by Valentine Mengola Sedi, and I am Zenvala. I have in the house one of my discussants, Eniola, and I have as guest today Otumba Bayo Oyewoga. You guys are welcome back. So let me start with Otumba. Otumba, what do you think about single parents, single parenting? It's becoming an advocacy now. Oh, nothing is wrong with being a single parent. What is your own opinion about single parent? Either you are just a single mom, you are divorced, or you are a single dad, you are divorced. Because right now I'm not talking about widow. I want to talk about, we are going to push it from single parenting as a matter of divorce or separation. What is your own opinion about it?
First of all, to me, it's wrong. It's, well, especially we academics. Even the white race, excuse my language, single parenting is wrong because guess what?
Can you speak out a little bit? Can you speak out a little bit louder?
Single parenting is wrong.
What is wrong in it?
One, you are depressed. You see, we need one another.
So because somebody is a single parent now, she's suffering from depression.
They are well pretending. You have a good family, husband and wife, and kids. Now, you guys, because of what the world is right now, something is involved or any little thing, especially that young generation or the new generation of men and women. We shouldn't be using this topic about women and women. Why did you go into marriage in the first place? You can't quote any red flag. You're out of it. But guess what? The pain is yours. Because 80% of those that I know that are in this situation, either he or she, that are single parenting status, they're not happy. They're not happy.
But they go out, we see them, they are properly dressed, we go meet at parties and all that. If they are depressed, they won't be coming out for parties now.
Guess what? I can go out, I can drink, I can party, I can do this. But when I get into my house, I know what is missing.
But so because they are single parents now, I mean, how does that affect their happiness? Because what if the reason why they became single parents is because they were actually unhappy? Okay, now for example, a lot of them will say that there are some men are irresponsible. Some it may be as a matter of battery, a man who beats the wife every day.
The first problem we have is how it is. You don't know it. Most of, especially women, we just go into marriage just because of lust. Love. Oh, she's pretty. She got the shit. We don't study each other. There is no strong coach to know who I'm going in with. Because my peers are married, I have to get married too.
How can you? What else do you want to do? You guys dated for a year, 2 years. Even there are some guys that will not propose after 7 years. The lady is already spent, used 7 years. They still have not proposed. How else do you want to know a man? Not to talk about the woman. How long? For how long does it take? How long does it take to know each other?
A long time, my brother. It doesn't take a long time. The problem with women is that we are not attentive to our women, listening to them, let them know their chemistry.
I would really like to say here that I don't think there is a one size fits all thing, like a standard rule on the fact that like if you date for this number of years or if you cut for this number of months, it's going to be a successful marriage. And you talked about chemistry. Honestly, chemistry can come and go. So I would say most of this.
Then it's not the chemistry. If it comes and goes, it's not chemistry.
Even the chemical reaction.
Okay, but
one of the
reasons why we make chemistry. One of the reasons why we become a chemistry is it has to be constant.
No, in chemistry there's oxidation reaction
Yes, but it
and
is
there's reduction.
which is actually a variant of consistency, which is once in a while.
So, but I
Okay.
believe in all there is not a one like one size fits all thing. You can't have a particular standard and say, oh, your marriage is going to be successful or your courtship is going to be successful. And another thing I think we are missing out is single parenting is not usually, it's not only by choice. It's not, there are some people that find themselves in that situation. So we have to consider that. Not
Okay.
everyone in that situation chose
How
to
do
be
they
a
find
single
themselves in
parent.
that situation?
But Eniola, before we go into other form of single, we're talking about divorced single parenting now.
For instance,
Okay.
Those who left their marriages, whether as a man or as a, I've seen men pack out of their marital.
Yeah.
Men
There
pack
are
out.
different reasons people divorce. And honestly, I would, in my opinion, you really don't judge people. No one will say, "Oh, I want to go into this marriage to actually divorce." No, I don't think anyone in the right frame of mind would really say that before going into a marriage.
you see, my
But when
sister,
things
But I
happen
agree,
and they find
I
the
agree
best
with
way
what
to
Otumba
live
said.
with it.
See,
My
I'm saying
sister.
this, and let anybody go and crucify me. I'm saying that
It's
70%
okay.
of the blame, this is my opinion, 70% of the
Yeah.
blame of single parenting lies in the hands of the women. You know why? As men can be very irresponsible, trust me. But women need to be more tolerant. I think civilization, modernization, religion, especially this modern religion, has caused a lot of havoc in homes. People have new orientation now. They want to be, especially when women, when I see any woman talking about freedom and independence, I'm always usually scared. Because at the end of it, I would say this is visa to single parenting. Because nobody can ever be independent, especially in marriages. You cannot be
Yeah,
independent. You
especially
have to rely on each
for the
other.
sake of
My
children.
my brother,
I don't expect.
I've been fortunate to witness and to counsel several people in going through marriage problems. Everybody has his own truth, but it's how you handle it that matters. You see, the problem we have is this. We're in a world whereby I can make it, you can make it, I can make it by myself, you can make it by yourself. There's no respect for the space. And
Yeah.
a man and the woman, they don't even think about the word family. And when I say family, they are children. It's about me first. Likewise, the woman from the peers whereby, okay, the profession she is in, she's making $40 per hour, $50 per hour. She felt I can do it all. The man too, the same thing. They've forgotten the kind of vision they have for one another. Then too, going out, maybe the woman is the one that, okay, let me take an example. You, a woman, you saw a fine man and you want to marry that fine man. This man is an outgoing, is a socialite. You are
An introvert.
Introvert.
I'll say a church-going person. Jesus, with all due respect.
Or Muhammad.
Yeah. So you're not the outgoing person. Then you're in the category of a woman that if a pin falls in your house, the pastor has to be. Your parents and the pastor is the only one that can talk sense into you. Your husband is nowhere to be found. Tell me, how long will that relationship last? Some
Of
people
course,
are
it will not last. And that's the place of wisdom in any relationship, in any partnership. Like, people have to really come together. I think these are like personal issues. What your values are, your values, and how you handle it.
Sorry guys, please, our viewers at home, I just want to quickly say there's a number scrolling down on the screen. If you want to be a part of this program, please, you can call. It's only WhatsApp call. And if you want to make comments, please just go to the comment section down your Facebook or on YouTube. We can see it, and or even on WhatsApp I can see it, and then you can be a part of the program. But I would really want somebody to just give us a different opinion from what we have in the studio now. So anybody that wants to call in, please just use the number scrolling on your dial. You can go on, please, Eniola.
Okay, yeah. So I was saying it's really important to define what you want out of every partnership and to every marriage. I mean, and if you see marriage as a partnership, you understand, regardless of what you do, be it your socialite or your wife is or a religious person or somebody that is not outgoing. I don't think it's something you can work out. So things like the example you gave, Otumba, I would say it's more of a personal thing. People have to really know where their values lie, what they really want out of it. But as far as I'm concerned, a lot of challenges in homes are just because people are not able to solve their differences. I don't believe anyone just wants to go into a marriage and feel like, you know what, I can't stand this. And you said something, Valentine, I'd like to go back to what you mentioned about, most issues of single parent or maybe divorce is from the woman. I would not really agree with that. In my opinion, it depends on the particular situation. We cannot just generalize. You understand? So if the woman was supposed to be submissive and she wasn't, what of the man? I would say, okay, we in religious terms, so a man is expected to be the head. Man wants to be the head of the home.
No. Wait. Can you refrain? Can you explain or refrain what is? Are you saying men are expected to be the head or
yes,
men are head?
Men they are head. You understand? So people will
Eniola, do you agree
excuse
that
me,
man?
I agree.
Good.
Excuse me, I agree. But what I'm saying is if you are the head and we expect you to be the head, then there are responsibilities, attached to that position. So if you don't take the position, even apart from just the financial or emotional or moral or whatever, even in terms of your maturity, a woman, if you say somebody is younger, is younger, than you, there should be a way you handle every situation. So we can't attribute the failure of marriages to women alone. It would not really be fair.
My sister, I'm a little bit in one way. When you say maturity, and I'll tell you, if a man of 50 years old marry a woman of 30 years old, 5 years to their relationship, that woman of 30 years old can be more mature than that man of 50 years old. You know why? Because he already absorbed almost all the gene of that man, the maturity of that man. Now she's having too maturity. That's another topic for another day. But to go your way and go right in one way, it is not all marriage. It's the cost of the women. Most of women are cost in some of them.
What is your own percentage? What's your own rating, Otumba? Between in 100%, which one? Who do you think is more responsible
it's
for?
50-50.
It's okay to you. It's 50-50.
It's
Eniola,
50-50.
what about you? What's the percentage?
I do not have a percentage because I've not conducted a research
Your
on that.
opinion is an opinion. We know you don't.
Oh,
you
my
don't
opinion.
have research.
I would just say everyone shares the burden. Whatever, if a marriage
So
fails
for
or a
you to-
relationship fails, it's 50-50. You
So
all
it's
have to
50-50.
take either way. Yeah.
Okay. Me, I don't agree
And
with
why?
50-50.
And why I say
Everyone's
I'm
fault.
against the men in some areas is we are not good. Most of our men are not good listeners. And two, like somebody that brought a lady from Nigeria, you are a cab driver. You brought this woman here, and now when she got here, you now decided, okay, you send her to school. As she's going to school, she finished, she become an RA. You, the man, now this lady is making big money. You still want to over control her. But you still remain where you are. You did not develop yourself. Now tomorrow you now say she's not being faithful to you. Sir, I'm saying this to all our men. Let us go.
Otoma, thank you very much.
In the sense of whereby we are the head, but they are the neck. They are the brain. As the head, as the neck and the brain, they are to support us. But we have to lead by example.
I just want to quickly, because our time is gone. I'm just quickly, because this topic we cannot exhaust it this week. We are going to be coming back And I'm going to, by the grace of God, next week I will be bringing two experts. For me, I would say marriage has no knowledge, it has not any whatever. There's no rule in marriage, because what obtains here does not. Look at it. These are the countries with the highest crude divorce rate. These are the countries that when you get there, almost 4.8%. Can you see? Russia, they're always getting divorced. Can you see? Look at it. I will show you something from Africa too. And one thing I want us to look at is, look at the divorce rate in sub-Saharan Africa. Look at the divorce rate. I think the people with the highest form of divorce is Gabon, with Congo Republic. That's 70%. Look at the divorce rate here.
So, do you know the reason for that? Do you have any reason or inference from that?
Give us an idea quickly before.
No, I'm asking you.
Yes, I do have. First thing I looked at is I look at the cultural orientation of all the sub-Saharan countries that are used here. I look at the culture. I look at the level of education. I look at their social orientation. That's what I have somebody who wants to be a part of this program. Let me, Abimbola, can you show your face, please? If you show your face, I might just want to add you and then say one or two things. Yes, I have Abimbola in the house. Mr. Abimbola, can you please quickly raise your opinion?
Okay, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't see that invite.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just listen. Maybe you'll be able to grab what we're saying. Thank you. And please, for all our viewers, if you want to be a part of the program, we want you to be formally dressed. We want to. We can. There are some positions where we cannot. This is a live program, and we don't want to do that. So let me quickly take you back to this. Now we are talking about. Look at these countries here. Let's look at countries that have good culture, that still hold up to religion. Because religion, as skirmish as it may be, is one of those things that hold the values and the tenets of marriage intact. If you see any place where they talk about God, where they believe in God, you see that usually because marriage comes with some measure of religion. But anywhere where you have the social orientation in bad light, you will find out that those are the places. If you have been to Congo, war is one of the major things that has caused divorce in Congo. It's a country that has been ravaged with war for a very long time. But okay, let's look at our country, Nigeria. I usually want to, because that's where I know very well.
Valentine, I'm sorry for putting you. Please, can we say this number for people to call again?
The number is scrolling on the. Is calling. I'm going to put it back. Yeah, just go on with your line of thought. I'll put that on again.
Okay.
You can go on. I thought you wanted to say something.
No, I just wanted to ask for the number.
Okay, thank you. So if for me, this is my own opinion. If we look at the countries that are getting divorced, all this, you will say America is one of the countries where you have the highest, but it is not the number one. I think America on the list is like on the number 4th or whatever. Let me see if I have the. Okay, let's look at it here. This is across Europe. This is Europe. Latvia. You see that area? Latvia, Russia, and all that. This is where you have, look at it. Divorce is very, very common in Europe. Very, very common. And why? Because of their social orientation. Any country where you see where they're talking about equality of men and women, because what? There's nothing equal in this world. There's no equality in life. God has not created anything to be equal. But I believe in recognition of purpose, recognition of individuals. A woman must recognize that, okay, this is a man, is my husband. Definition, husband. A man must recognize this is my wife. She deserves to be respected. She deserves to be loved. But situation where you have a toggle of power, I'm the one in charge. No, he should be the one. I think that is where we're going to have the problem. And I think Otumba, I don't know if Otumba is still listening to what I'm saying.
Yes.
If we look at it, our parents, the women are very, very submissive. Some people say, they use them. They just get them. The woman's place is not in the kitchen. That was cultural. And then at that time, technological advancement is not as much as this. The quest for power, quest for money too now has turned a lot of good families into platform of dispute, and that's just what I believe.
My brother,
So,
the mistake we are all making is our culture diversity. especially most of us that are in diaspora. Our cultural diversity in Nigeria is different from that of America. In the days of our fathers, they can marry two, three, four wives and put them in one house. They even go to the extent of establishing them, they have their businesses. And if you go look back now, most
Also,
of those
I don't
women,
mean to cut you. I want you guys to say this. I'm just trying to give some facts of some of my researches. Look at India. India has the lowest divorce rate.
you know why? Because of their cultural
Because of
diversity.
their culture and religion. Culture and religion. They play a major part. Let me tell you, when Nigeria and India were both colonized by the same set of people, when they sold their culture to us, Africans, we took it. They sold their religion to us, we took it. I mean, I'm also a Christian, I bought part of it. But you see, their ways of life, they did not define it to us. They didn't. We are born of different people. Look at India. Any country that you see here, Kenya, you will see that these are people who have their cultures intact. Otoba, you can have your floor, please.
Yeah, and that is what happened here too. Like my brother, you work here in America. If you go to work on either Friday, can you wear your bubachi and shokoto to work? You feel like, no, I have to wear shirt and trouser or suits. But look at the Indians. They will still wear their attire, traditional attire to work here in America. And nobody questioned them. You see, we Africans, especially we Nigerians, we act as if we know it all. We leave our own culture to inherit another culture. This is how they do here. In my place of work, I have that problem. And I used to bring it out to them. That's my cultural diversity.
Yeah, which is good. I would say it as something people are just trying so hard to adapt to another society that they are losing their own culture. But at the same time, in terms of the marriage, is Val, are you here?
Yes, I'm right here. I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm trying to think in terms of the career of the, career women and being a threat to men, like what exactly is your perspective or opinion on that?
Well, you see, for me, I am an advocate for women achieving their dreams. In fact, I think it's one of the major responsibilities of a man to make sure that you support a woman to be what she can, even whatever she desires to be. But you see, now it should not be done in isolation. That is where the problem is. A woman wants to run a career as a rival to what a man is. But if it's something that is a joint venture, I don't think any man in his senses should want to go against a woman becoming what she wants to become, as long as it is not going to be inimical to the status of the family. That's, I think, should be the major thing. Because if a woman wants to start, okay, like let's talk about the children. Otumba was talking about the children the other time. Because you have to first of all think about other people before yourself. The problem we have is a man wants to think about himself first. Oh, my comfort zone. This woman is giving me problem. You're not even thinking about the children. You're not thinking about the woman. The woman too is saying that, no, I cannot tolerate this. It's I cannot do this. I cannot tell this. And then becomes a problem. In terms of career, if a woman earns more than a man, that should not be a problem. But in a situation where a woman works with World Bank, and let's say in America here, maybe I work in a store, maybe in a gas station, and my wife works with a World Bank, she should still show that submission and respect. I mean, the issue of joint accounts or joint economy can be a decision of the family. It depends on how you guys want. But situations where a woman now wants to play the dominant, because I make more money, because I'm the one that pays this bill, they want to go on vacation, she's the one that pays. Some women will. I know a woman, she makes stupendous money. She's a multi-millionaire in dollars. Yet, you will never know. You will think he's the man. And she's the one that pays 90% of all bills in that house. You get what I'm saying? So, in my own opinion, I think a man should help a woman to achieve a dream, but it should not be at the detriment of the family, especially the husband and the wife. A man's ego must be protected.
Yeah, that's really right. I respect that example you gave, and the way you really proved that, Valentine. But to really circle back to what Otuba mentioned earlier, I think Otuba said something about was it I said it, don't know. But okay, but anyway, talking about like the example you gave, that partnership, that understanding is very important. But at the same time, okay, yeah, I remember what the singer said. It's about like maybe the man helping the woman to get a job, and the man not upgrading himself, moving up. I wish as a woman, even when a man has helped you to get to where you want to be, to who you want to be, you really don't want to continue to look back and see the man below you. So that explains, so you want somebody you continually respect, even if the man cannot attain that level
But
of
but
effort
but
professionally,
but
but you
Eniola,
want to
what
see.
is wrong? What is wrong in a woman or a man below the economic line of a woman?
No,
How does that become a
I'm
problem?
not saying below. I'm only saying you will see, and you see the effort. You see like, okay, it's moving up too. It's progress. It doesn't have to compete. Like I need to be way above you. You understand? And also there has to be an understanding. Like you gave an example of someone. Okay, you are the career woman. You're the one that has to do all this. You understand? There has to be a place of how do we work together. If you have to be out all day, come at night, and the other still, based on like maybe societal norms and expectations, let's say in the African setting of woman should do this or that. How would the man actually help sustain this to have really this working, this peaceful home? There's
Can
this
you can you
research,
can
there's
you
this HBR research.
can you
Like
guys look
I
at
really
can you
so
guys look at what I just posted? Look at our
yes,
country, United States,
yeah.
number 4,
Nigeria, United States 3.2.
3.2. But I still don't agree with these statistics because I think
You see,
there are more than 3.
It might not be. Single parenting doesn't mean they were married.
Can I say something,
People have
please?
children.
No, this one
You
is
know,
divorce. I'm talking. What I'm showing you now is divorce. The divorce.
the divorce rate,
yeah,
right? Okay.
3.2. Divorce
Maybe the
rate.
official one, maybe the recorded ones. We have to be, cognizant of that also.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Please go ahead.
You see, in this world now, though some of us are lucky. It's a ratio of maybe 2%. If you are a man, and it's most of those carefree men that are lucky with their wife. Like what I said, okay, there are some women that what they brought into the marriage is quite different from what the man is expecting. Now, when they get that power, now they're making money now. They forget everything. It's now about them. They don't even want to help the man up or encourage the man to go up. Now they're now intimidating the man. Some of them are like that. Like what my brother said, he said there are some women which, yes, I know some too, that you can't even know they are the one that they are breaking out of family. They are protecting their husband. There are some like that. But it's out of luck. Some of us are blessed with it. Now let's go back to you said something again before I came in. I'm trying to remember that. I'm trying to remember that about some of us men as well.
Maybe when you get your thought
about
back.
the ratio of divorce in America. I don't go to that online something because it's just their opinion.
That's not an opinion. Those are facts.
Based on data, they're based on facts.
Okay,
Let's
let's talk about
whether
profession.
accurate or not accurate, those are statistics.
Yeah.
Okay, which profession has the highest divorce?
Me, I don't know. They say it's those people in entertainment. That's what they say. I am there, but
Two areas:
medical.
medical,
Maybe.
military, and law enforcement. Military and law enforcement is in the same thing together. they have the highest divorce and highest suicide in the whole
I'll
of
check that
America.
up. I'm
Yeah,
curious. I'll
it's
check
an
that up.
information. So there's this HBR, study that really, says it talks about what we're talking about, like try to see what society. It said, does a woman's high status career hurt a marriage?
Yeah, it's
You
just like what
know,
we're talking about.
exactly. And there's this, paraphrasing under it, like not if her husband does the laundry. So what do you guys think?
Can you what a measure of disrespect? What if a man? You see,
What
that's
if
what
a
I'm saying.
man? What?
Humility. You
Can you
see,
repeat it?
like,
Repeat what you just said.
please read that again. Let Otoba
It
hear
says,
it.
does a woman's high status career hurt a marriage? That's a question. In our code under not if a husband does the laundry.
So as long as you are stupid in the house,
It's not.
wait, okay, listen. Like me, I tell people there are some things that some men will say like ego, I can't do, like cooking, doing laundry, throwing out the trash. I think this is your home. It should be leadership by example. But I will say that in timidity, in humility, don't become stupid, because
Yeah.
humility and stupidity, they don't go together. You can be timid, you can be humble,
Yeah.
but don't be stupid as a man.
I'm young and
Let me tell you, it's just like we are all equal. Every human being have equal rights, but we have different privileges. I am not the president of America.
Okay, let me come in.
Okay, come in while we're waiting for you.
From that your question,
Yeah.
I'll use myself as an example. Me, I don't know how to cook.
Okay. At least you.
I don't know how to cook. My wife does all the cooking. But guess what? I can turn the house upside down, clean everything.
That's the partnership.
You see that laundry, something is a little thing to me.
Yes, yeah.
Exactly.
Before
doesn't mean
everybody
anything.
goes out or we say they're going out, I check all the clothes you want to wear. I iron.
But
I'm
Otuba,
so-
if
So
you
it's
listen
your home,
to
it's your family. You're just,
Otuba,
you're not
if you
doing it for
listen,
anybody. It's for your
But to some
home.
men, they believe, no, I can't do that.
And the woman
Otuba,
feels all day. The woman feels, all day. The see.
Otuba, you see what? If you listen to what Eniola read, he's talking about a woman's career. If a woman is up there, is that a threat to a man? Then the answer is actually like a satire.
Yeah,
the
it's a
answer
satire.
the answer is like, oh, as long as he can do the laundry. But you see, you see,
No.
it's meant to be a joke.
I don't
It's
see
meant
how
to be.
it-
That's coming from a bad woman.
Exactly, but you see, they are saying that rhetorically. It's just supposed to be to create laughter. That,
Yeah. Like,
But let me tell you,
What
There's
you,
something you
you
have
see,
to
there's
just-
one thing again, Eniola, what
Engage
you
them.
women use as a joke may hurt the other man. And what we men use as a joke may hurt the other woman. And that is how we have to know each other very well.
you see,
Know your spouse.
I don't know. I think it was Otumba was
Our
talking.
problem is why we get into single parenting and divorce is we compare, like I comparing my home to that of Valentine's home.
External.
Yeah. Oh, these are
what
I
do
can't
you-
tolerate this. You can do this.
External
Ah,
influence.
why is your husband always doing fine and you are staying at home? XY, things like that. You see, there are some women out there. It is their friends that push them out to become single parent, but they won't tell you. Let me use this Yoruba adage that or the Yoruba will say "Iso no ego." I'm morani. But you cannot tell anybody. But you are the one that you are the architect of the downfall of you being a single parent because of what you're doing.
But the notion I don't just kind of support, in my opinion, is trying to just make you feel like single parent. It's not. No one really would say, "I just want to go out there and just be a single parent." But when we find ourselves in such situation, we embrace it. Like, and okay, how do we make the most of the situation for the children. So that's why I'm like, okay, let's
You see,
generally, okay.
I was trying to say something. I was trying to corroborate what Otumba said, but maybe in a different perspective. I like to do a lot of research about marriage, about relationships, because what we are talking about now is not just like exclusive of marriage alone, even to relationship, people that are still dating, courting and all that. Tolerance is a major thing that everybody needs to work on. We are born of different parentage. We can never be the same thing. Now, the question is, the new generation woman, are they threat to men? I don't see them as threat, but I see some of them as possible threat, not to the man, but to the position of the man. You get, especially when we have this discrepancy of who. I tell people, if you like, after this meeting, after this program, go and cut off my head. A man and a woman are not equal. I was listening to one motivational speaker just this morning. That woman is popular. I don't want to mention her name. She's always talking about marriages as if she's totalitarian, and she was saying that there's this thing, general saying that, behind every successful man there is a good woman. She said that is rubbish, and I quoted her. They have been saying that thing before she was born, maybe before even her parents were born. That's why I call the new generation woman. Now she wants to change the whole concept. It's just an adage. It's just an adage. The behind does not mean a physical position of at the back. Behind there means support. But you see, because she did not prepare her format for that training, she just used it, It just came to her and she just said, behind. She now said, a woman's place is beside. Okay, let's say, like one of my mentors will say when he's anchoring and I listen to him, he will say behind, beside, and in front of a man, there's a woman, which is true, because that is support. It's coming from the front, from the side, and from the back. That is support. A woman is a support system to the existence of man. Because I'm taking this to religion. When God was going to create, God had created man 200 years before women. But you see, Adam was going around in the garden like an animal. He was talking to crocodile, elephants, and God looked, he's going to become crazy one day. And God said, okay, let me create a support system. And he created somebody that can talk to him. Somebody, at the beginning, go and see, God did not give Eve any responsibility, not one. A woman is supposed to be tendered, pampered. The place of a woman is supposed to be, women are created as a fragile thing. Men are created in the likeness of God to be everywhere, creators and all that. That's why you see in anything in life, from battlefield to science, you see more men. You get, because a man is configured for performance. Listen, is my opinion. Is my opinion.
I don't want to ask. What was he doing in the garden?
Let me finish.
What was he doing in the garden?
We'll talk about that. So now, to what that woman said, this is what I think, and this is my opinion. There is no equality even in cosmic arrangement. God did not create anybody. God created their leadership role. The day a woman wants to play the role of a man, there will be chaos. The day a man wants to play the role of a woman, there will be chaos. But the thing is, like, there can be interdependency of roles. A woman is not at home. Why can't the man go to the kitchen and go and cook? If you don't know how to cook, that is all right. It's okay. You do, but you know how to cook. Like Otumba cannot fry egg. Otumba does not have to fry egg.
I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
Yes, you will know because you have kids. I mean, that's not a crime. But we are saying that for the man who will not say, he has to be a woman that will cook. Why can't you just go into the living room, clean up the whole place every day?
Exactly, like Otumba said. Yeah.
But you see now, a woman who will now leave the husband to become the constant cleaner in the house, there is a problem because, I want to go for a party with my friend. Or rather, because I want to go and... let's look at it in America. And this is the one that is dearest to me. When I go even to anchor events or I go for parties, I see women who will have 3 months old baby, 4 months old baby, 1 year. They leave them, abandon them with babysitters. They don't have, if you have a support system, maybe like you have older children that can take care of them, fine, everybody should. But when men or women leave their responsibility because of their personal pleasure, that's where I have my problem. Most divorces is because they don't care about their family. They don't care about their children. Because that's what Otumba said. And that strikes a note in my head.
But are you saying it's wrong to use a babysitter when you have things to do?
When you have, is it like at the peril of the family? Which question is that? Which question is that?
To Val, like he was talking about babysitter, so I'm asking, what's your opinion? Is it wrong to use babysitter?
Babysitter is as old as life itself. But we have babysitting.
We have nannies and all that.
But here is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like it should not be at the peril of the children or the family. Don't make yourself the most important in the discourse, in that narrative. Like if you are going to work, you can use a babysitter. You get now, but for a child who has not seen you in one day, there are some people, even this issue of work, some people will go to work on Thursday, they don't come back home until Monday. 5 days, they are navigating like 3 jobs. That is very, very wicked. At the end of the day, your children will end up on the street. You want to make money. The money you are making, can you make for the responsibility that is supposed to be assigned to your children? Can you imagine somebody was saying it to me? I say, oh, Egbon, I've not even been to my house in the last 5 days. It's from one job to the other. Then I had this party on Saturday, so immediately I left the party. And she opened the trunk of her car, and I saw clothes there. Clothes, soap, cream, perfume.
But she was able to go to the party.
Yeah, she went to the party over the weekend. She went
so
to the party over the
place
weekend.
of priority. How do people weigh, what are people's values? To me, the stage to face your children are. There's some risk you shouldn't really take. So I would really think it to be a personal thing. It's not their priority.
You see, it's when you say personal thing. We always use some English words to defend ourselves. And that is where
because it's not what I would expect everyone to do.
My sister, listen. With all due respect, no disrespect for anybody. Majority of us, we are living the glory. If we are not careful, we will leave the glory of ourselves and our children. Because guess what? You are not there for your children. Why did you even go to that marriage? For what? Now you have the children, you are not there to cater for them. Now there's a place whereby some are our fault. Majority is the church or the mosque. Because you listen to that pastor or that motivator speaker that said this and that and that and that, and they cajole you with those motivation speech.
But would they tell you not to take care of your children?
Wait. They will tell you how you have to plan your house.
I'm saying this particular woman that I'm talking about. I've heard her say one day that your job is as important as your children, and I totally disagree with that. Your job is security, but it's not. I mean, it's an asset, but it's not security.
There's so many of our great people back in Nigeria,
and there are too many motivational speakers
now. They are
now.
gone. They are already dead. But did you hear their children anymore? No. We are
and you'll be shocked.
At my age now, it's all not about me anymore. It's about my children to be more over better than me. I can decide to go anywhere I want to go, but the point is, is it okay for my family? It's about the family. But when we make this name, we make this money. At the end of it, when they ask you, they won't ask you, where is that your limousine? They will ask you, your friends will see you, where is your son David? Where is he now? What is he doing? Where is Angela? What is she doing?
And Otumba, do you know the funny thing? When you get to a level, because we start from being independent as kids, then we become independent, and then you go back to being independent. When you now become 60, 70 years old, will those limousines come and take care of you? In fact, they become liabilities because you are going to sell them. People should invest in their family. people should invest in their family. The greatest asset anybody can invest in is the family. Your wife, your husband, your children.
Yeah. I would also like to add, I would say some people may not have done so well in terms of balancing, some of these expectations.
I think
Like,
this
for example,
system-
a woman that,
Eniola, please. I think this Abimbola still wrote something that can I contribute, please?
Maybe that will be next week. Our time is fast gone.
Yeah.
And then, please, I want to say this to everybody that may want to either come up as a co-guest or as a. She can put her comment on the comment section. I think we have maybe one comment. I don't know whether. Okay. This is Winifred. And Winifred say doing the laundry as a man doesn't make you stupid as a husband. It means you were raised right. Well, maybe I didn't know. I'm not sure, Winifred. I don't know. Maybe you heard what we're saying. Nothing is wrong with doing the laundry, but when it becomes stupidity, then there's everything wrong with it. A man should do that as a support system. A woman should do that as a support system. It's supposed to be shared responsibility. Anybody can do it, including the children. What we are saying is, when the position of a man now become displaced, the first responsibility of a man in the house is provision. Provision, number one. Secondary to that is protection. Security, yes. So the first responsibility is like, even the Bible, I'm sorry again, I'm a Christian, so this is just my opinion. The Bible said that a man must go and till the ground. He must, Proverb, I think 12 or 21 to 21 says that a man that cannot provide for his family is worse than an infidel. So provision. Now a woman is supposed to be at home. Proverb 31. Pardon me. I mean, if you're not a Christian, I'm just using, that's what I know more. So if the virtuous woman, the Bible categorically states the role of a woman be in the house. The home is your own. The man is just the head. You tender your husband, make your husband happy, your children, respect and all that. But laundry is a common thing. I don't know why this issue of laundry, this
laundry and trash
is always coming. Laundry and trash. But you see, now because of the career of a woman wants to, what is supposed to be complementary is now rivalry in the home. Even in relationships. Let me tell you, like I say this, it's not supposed to be a threat to man. A woman quest for career, for glory, it should not be. But if it is not properly married, it will even crash the woman. Let me tell you, there's nobody that can reverse that order of nature. They will write women will marry a man. That's how they write it. Eniola wed somebody. They will not write Valentine wed. It's women that usually wedding us. But at the end of the day, who owns it? There's nobody can change it. Whatever. Now this is an age where we are not using him and her again. It's them. There. So there are a lot of things happening in the world. Because some people will say they are not male, they are not female. Say, why are you identifying them as male or female? A lot of things are happening. And I'm not saying my own opinion is superior to yours, but this is my own opinion. Maybe I just have the privilege of being the host. Maybe that is why I'm the one that is drawing up the topic and all that. But sincerely speaking, there are roles for women. Women are the ones that are supposed to train up a child and do motherhood. The father is supposed to train up a child and do fatherhood.
Provide too.
Yeah, you don't have to become Lord and Master. Let me tell you, women usually, they are very, they are subtle and they are friendly, more friendly. That's why you see some children, like me, I tell people will tell me that my daughter, that is, me and her, we are 5 and 6, is a choice. There's nothing a woman can do for a daughter that I don't do for my daughter. It's what you choose to do. Love is a decision. So love is not a choice. It's a decision. There's no way that people will love themselves equally at the beginning, but you now grow, to love. But what we are talking about today, pardon my digression, is all these things that we are talking about. Freedom, independence, career, divorce. Why should they happen negatively? Now, I want to ask Eniola a question, and I will talk back to a woman who is loved by her husband. The man is a responsible man, but he has one problem. Once in a while, he will just do an appeal phone on the woman's face, slap. Tomorrow, knock. And this woman, this man is a responsible man, responsible to a fault, provision, everything, care, love, but he has this problem. Should that woman leave that man, either for separation or divorce?
Otumba, you wanna go?
You go first.
No, because honestly, I would never be an advocate of domestic violence. But at the same time, you said the man is responsible, he does everything right, but that. So I would really say that as a real issue, maybe an issue that would need him to really go for some counseling, he needs maybe mental help or whatever it is that could help him. Then the woman also should understand where the man is likely coming from. Is there a particular thing that triggered that, that she could work on? Then if not, maybe it's something I believe they should work together. But then if it's something, I would never be an advocate of domestic abuse.
Yeah,
So
domestic.
it's something that she has to really know what is going on and be able to, weigh it. Like, is this something that we can solve? Is this something that, before the man beats her to death? Like, no one wants that to happen.
Otumba, before you say your own opinion about that, Eniola, do you, as much as you know that there's domestic violence, do you also know that there's domestic provocation? Do you agree?
Absolutely. That was why I made mention that the woman should understand what triggers that. And
Okay.
she should say, okay, is this coming from me? Is there a way that I can stop it? But there's some situations that you really, really cannot solve like that. So it's the earlier she really knows what is going on and know if the person is to seek help or if she has tried to seek help and she needs to go. But yeah, her life is important also.
Otumba, so do you think the woman should leave the husband because of those once in a while knock on the head, slap on the face?
Eniola have answered the question.
In our own opinion, what's your own opinion?
Same opinion. One, you have to know what triggers this thing. Is the guy on one medication? We have some medication that gets you into that depression, anger, something. No, for real.
For
The
real,
side
for
effect
real.
of those medication, it may be so. Or is it hereditary? You should know before you get into that marriage.
The essence of courtship.
Yeah, in the essence of culture.
But situations where some men are refined, they are like a refinery when you guys are dating and courting. But some men will just suddenly change. A man that has never touched you.
What made the change? You live together. You should. And I already answered. Go back to the drawing board. Check what is going on. Is he having problem at work? Is he in any debt? Then what are you saying to him that always triggers him?
Trigger that thing. But the
So
man
you
too
need to
the man may be sniffing or taking some things,
They said, okay, domestic violence. It's only about, they see, people's majority of us in the world now sees that it's a man thing. But when
ways.
it's a woman's thing, you don't see it. Go on the
both
street
ways.
now, two people are fighting, the woman slapped the guy 1, 2, 3 times. Nobody will come to the rescue of the guy.
Nobody.
But guess what? Let the man slap the woman on the street one time, you see, hey, why are you doing that?
Even the man that is crippled will stand
Valentine
up and
said,
come
already said women are fragile, they are lesser. So you understand that it's not like your
Okay.
baby
You see,
you.
the point is, you're
Eniola
playing
wants
with the
to
system.
Eniola wants to injure me now with that thing she just said. She wants to cause problem.
I'll tell you something. Something
Okay.
happened several years ago. One of my juniors, this guy came to work and said, I was abused. I said, how would you be abused? He said, he went to the club, he met this lady, and he was drunk, and he only wake up. He didn't know how he got home. And when he wake up, he saw the lady beside him. And the lady said, can we go more? But he didn't know how it happened. It was the lady that was buying drinks for him
Yeah.
at the club. The lady brought him home. But if it is on the other way around, the lady will press charge that he
That's-
molested him. But what did we do? We just laughed over it. And he said, you guys, what you are laughing at, it's because he had to discharge the lady. How did we even get to my house? His own vehicle was still at the club. They brought the lady's vehicle to his place. and he woke up and saw a bottle of Jack Daniels on the floor and saw the lady. How did we get here? He was out for coming to school. But if it's on the other way around, the lady will go press charge that the guy raped him or something like that.
Yeah, I absolutely really understand. And I have a couple of friends who are male that have at one time or the other been abused, and I would not say that is not happening. It is happening, and like you said, it doesn't attract as much sympathy, as much discussion, like the other side when the woman is abused. Yeah, which is one of those things our society. There are different ways of abusing people. It doesn't even have to be physical abuse. We have the emotional one, and all that. So that is really an important,
I don't know. I feel like just going on and on, So there's somebody just sent a personal message to me now and said that, oh, please don't stop the program. So it's getting interesting. But we actually planned for 1 hour today, but it's an inexhaustible. So in an exhaustible topic somehow. We'll only do justice to this maybe one more edition. So next week is still going to be the same topic because we need to touch on something. But please, for our viewers who are watching, there is a comment section on YouTube or go on Facebook. Wherever you're watching, please just go to the comment section. What's your own take about it? Who is at fault for all these problems, the discrepancies between a man and do you think that women are a threat to the new generation woman? Do you think she's a threat to the man, to the existence of the man and to his position? Do you believe in equality? Do you think men and women are equal? These are some of the topics. Okay, then talk about single parenting. Talk about divorce, career. Should a woman not pursue her career just because the husband feels that she should be a housewife? Eniola, question for you. Is there anything like a full-time? Yeah, we are talking about the new generation woman. Is the full-time housewife, is it still acceptable?
Honestly, if someone tells me now that, you know what, I'm gonna take care of all your needs 100%, give you no trouble. I just need you to sit at home and be going to spa, enjoying yourself, have some chef and everything around. That would be fun.
That you have not changed. So all you want is a wolf in marriage. That's called a wolf in marriage.
Position, a wolf housewife. But honestly, like on a more serious note, to me, it's when we look at the Western world, especially where we are, right now. When you look at career expectations of couples, sometimes people have to really do that. It's not like it's not like derogatory that he's a full housewife or full house husband. It's just like the phase the children are in, they can agree. It's more of a collaboration. How can we work together? Are you going to be working for the next 5 years while I take care of the kids and you take care of the home, or are you going to do it? So in that situation, as myself, I really don't see anything wrong. It's my opinion. I can do that, but it has to be out and it has to have a time frame. It wouldn't come as if my husband just say, "Oh, you know what? Don't just work," without any background, without any critical reason why I should not work, and without provision on how we're actually going to sustain the home on only one single income. That's where the this new generation woman come in. It's just because of the need of the society.
But if the man can single-handedly meet all the responsibilities.
Yeah, but as a woman, I can do, but I would not advise you to go into it indefinitely. I believe there has to be a context. Even if you want to do it, for how long? Is there a time I can start working?
If the man says for as long as you guys live.
No, I would never do that because
wait now. It's because you have not seen money.
A lot of professional.
It's because you have not seen money. You are poor.
Relax. See, honestly,
wait.
A lot of professions you can do. You don't even need to go out of the house. You can just do in the comfort of your laptop. You don't have to stress. You can do few hours in a day.
Forget about remote work.
It's
that's
work from home. Like
okay, listen to this.
For me to say I should not do anything productive, like no. Even if you're a billionaire, something has to be my own income. I can use to give my children a treat and even my husband a treat.
Let me give you a session. I am Jeff Bezos. the one we
Oh
talked about
yes,
last week,
come and
the
marry me.
owner of Amazon.
Oh
Let me now
yes.
say I've added to my fleet the whole of UPS, and I'm the owner of all the deliverables. And I ask you, you just got you have your BSc, MSc, and you just got your PhD. And I said, Eniola, I don't want you to work again, remotely or physically. All I
Life
need you to do is
assurance.
just go and tender the house. That's all.
Life assurance. Don't give me like
As-
some $1 billion in accounts as life assurance.
Okay, because you asked for 1 billion, I'm giving you 10 billion, but don't go
As
out of
life
the house.
assurance. And I'm in charge, I'm in control. I can use it for business, right? I can use
No,
it
no,
to
no
I
business.
can multiply the
No,
money.
no, just let the money be there. Don't do no business. Don't do no single business.
I
Just
can put
the
it
only
in, well, at least I can invest the money. I don't have to
no.
do
I said no
any.
investment. You have the money. I'm the one that is. I'm the only investment you
It
have.
is my money. You gave it to me. I'm not doing and I'm not doing any work. I'm
The only
only
thing-
trying to multiply. I
No.
don't believe anyone should be that
Wait.
redundant. You
I'm the
should
one.
be able to multiply something.
Eniola, you are not listening. I'm Jeff Bezos now. I'm saying that I've given you 10 billion. The only thing I want you to do with the money is spending. Don't save, don't invest. I don't want you to do, no stress of work. I want you to just look the way you look when I met you. That's your own duty. Just go and be taking care of my children. That's your only
In as
responsibility.
much as that sounds so tantalizing and so appealing, oh, honestly, anything can happen later. So, and that's where the risk of accepting such a proposal comes in. What if something happens? What if, God forbid, the particular man, something happens and some, maybe the system legal, whether they took over the properties, where would that woman be?
Otuba, can you see the problem? Can you see the new generation woman we are talking about?
No. I don't see the. I support what Eniola is saying.
Thank you, Otuba, thank you.
The reason why I support you try to bring her out of our red zone, and she refused.
I'm the husband. I am her husband, the legal husband. My name is Jeff Bezos. I have money. I'm Bill Gates.
Okoya,
I'm Dangote. I'm Okoya.
the chairman of Eleganza.
Eleganza.
The wife, the youngest wife, Shadi Okoya, still works.
Yeah, very well. She handles a lot of
What
things.
Eniola is saying is that regardless of all those money, all those fixed deposit you gave to her, she's trying to secure, apart from your money, secure the future of our children.
I just said I don't need her security. I'm speaking
Excuse me.
in billions.
Okay.
God has put it into her.
Okay, I'm paying her the
God has
PhD
put
degree
it
she
into
just
her.
got. I'll be paying her monthly.
She
How
doesn't
about
want
that?
to be a robot coming to America.
I wonder.
Can you back? Whoa.
Otumba.
She
Okay,
doesn't
she
want
has.
to do that.
Eniola has PhD.
It doesn't matter.
And I have decided, okay, I have engaged her. She's now working with Amazon. And the
Yes.
Amazon that she's working with now is inside the house. I'll be paying her whatever she wants. If she wants to work with the amount that World Bank will give her, I will be paying her every month.
Okay.
Just to be inside the house and just stay. Is it not money she's
She
looking
wants
for?
to multiply
But
her own
like
resources
you
too.
said, you're a religious person. So I like to put something in the Bible also. He said, "What does the Bible say about wealth? It develops wings and fly away. So anything can happen. That's why you can't
I
just
am
say because
working. I am
you
your
have this much
security.
money coming in right now, it will forever be like that." So I'm not saying the wife must insist on going out there to work, but in terms of how do you multiply whatever
And-
income, even if it's your allowance.
Coming back to what you guys said in the beginning, where I say cultural diversity, in those days, in those generation, okay, the wife should not work, the husband does everything, be a stay-home something. It goes to two things. Number one, insecure of the man. My wife is going to work, especially those that their wife works in the bank. They believe their manager is going to start molesting their wives. Number two, they want total control. But here in America, it is not this. It is not that. You can't do it all as a man. Even you look stupid when even you making that money. You're a millionaire in America,
Yeah.
and your wife is not doing anything. Guess what? An idle mind is a devilish mind.
There was, yeah.
if you are not careful, you going through all those warnings, are emotional. Our bedmatic emotion is being affected. Now she's going to use that your money to go look for a boyfriend to help you out. So we can't, we especially we Nigerians, we try to compare how it goes in America, in London, to that of Nigeria. And it is wrong. Those days of 70s, 80s, where our fathers, our mothers can endure. Look at, go check the status now. How many ladies that comes from polygamous family will allow their husband to marry a second wife now?
You don't want the hustle of, this power to competition. No one wants that.
Their parents, their brothers, their sisters, they have several steps.
In fact, women then used to like tell their husband, you know what, please marry this my maid so that you can relieve me. We have that happen.
But that is not of this generation.
But now, no one will do that now.
Me and me.
Yeah.
Me and my husband.
This
me and
generation.
my wife.
Yeah, because of challenges come, like there's a lot of trouble that come like with all that. So no one wants that complexity,
I'll tell you something. Before I come into America, when I see people that are from here that comes home on visit, I saw them. I used to say, what is the wrong with this Baba insurance and the Mama insurance? Because I see them holding one another, going oni.
Yes,
so they know that they become bodies. They
partners, bodies, exact friends.
That is the culture here. They are close to their children.
That's what works here most, yeah.
The only time we see our parents is when we hear the horn. Papa, Dad is not there on the weekend. It's only mommy we know. Baba is out there. And we are scared of even talking, having a one-on-one conversation with our parents. But here now, your 5-year-old daughter can talk to you, can sit you down. Hey, Daddy,
Dad, I want to talk to you.
Well, you see, that for me, my opinion, that attitude or culture, I think is one of the problems we are having, these vices. Now, I look at it, coming to America, a lot of people will say, oh, you with your African mentality. Then I ask the question, are you saying that this new mentality is superior to the mentality that I'm coming with? We come from different backgrounds, different culture. As much as I accept modernization, I don't accept westernization. There are two different things. Civilization does not necessarily mean westernization. There is science in China. I tell you, English language, some people would think that speaking good English is a measure of intelligence. Hell no. I'm sorry to say that. But with every sense of humility, that I don't speak good English doesn't mean that I'm not intelligent. Go and see people on the street, making a lot of inventions. In China, Chinese, I don't know what they call that language again, is the most widely spoken.
Mandarin?
Mandarin. Yeah, it's the most spoken language in the world. English is like, I think, the fourth. You get, I think, like the third or fourth. But you see, we now look at it like, especially those of us who come from the, Anglophone part of Africa, where English became the lingua franca. Now people will say that the tradition of my forefathers is what I believe in, not in the tradition of the West. The culture of my forefathers, I tell people I will train my children in the art and the ways of my own progenitors, not in the West. Civilization, yes, I will. This is civilization. I'm no longer wearing the ashoke. That's civilization, because things are changing. But you see, our ways, our religion, our culture and all that is at our own discretion. Like I was saying, India did not accept the white man's language. They didn't accept their textile, the way they dress. They did not accept the religion. They still practice their own religion. But you see, those of us who because of inferiority complex. That's why India tomorrow they have been able to sustain their culture and tradition. You hardly find divorced people, even I'm sorry to say, the Cocoyes that we saw, people, Mexicans, people from Honduras, you hardly find them divorced because they have that communal living. Once you see one Cocoye, look around you, you will see many more. But now, we from Nigeria, we don't live that communal life anymore. Oh, I want to be me and my family, me and my wife, me and my husband. No, one of my friends, we sat in the same class, coming to America. He was saying, I don't do with black people anymore. I don't even like to. And I look at him. The guy is as black as the base of a pot. And I look at it. The people that you think you are rooting for, they don't even see you. They don't even acknowledge you. They still see you with your color. And you are saying that people from your village are no longer wise. They are no longer intelligent. They are no longer people that you want to deal with. So these are some of the things that affect even our marital life, our relationship. Let me tell you one thing. What I wanted to say before I forgot the other time. The reason why a lot of women or ladies, females, is because a lot of women feel that they are more knowledgeable than some men, and submission does not allow that. If you are a professor and your spouse or your boyfriend has a first degree or is a carpenter, you cannot push your intelligence, your knowledge, not intelligence now, you cannot pull your brilliance and knowledge into his face. You have chosen that, okay, I want to love you. You are my man. You must have that submission. Submission is not in when you start bowing down for a man. It's the acknowledgement of the fact that is the man. That's what you call submission. Submission is not like, okay, you have to be using air for him, or you see him as the head of the family. No. The reason why a lot of women have problem with their marriages or with their relationship is because they are feeling that they are better than the man. A woman who does not see... This country has one of the highest single people in the world. Some of them, it's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's not everybody that is their fault. There are a lot of men too. They are looking for wives.
Can we take a call once you're done? From Winnie?
Yeah. Okay. Tell her to call the line. She can call the line. I can pick a call. If she wants to call live.
Please. Sorry.
Okay. Otumba will be back very shortly. Anybody that wants to call, let me quickly put back the line to call if you want to be a part of the program. But if you want to talk to us maybe after the program, that would still be very okay. So here's the thing, because we have to round up by in the next 11 minutes.
That's why I wanted to take, so we can at least take one call.
Yes, if she wants to call me, calling, that's very okay. If she wants to put on, so if you are listening to me, all our viewers, please, you feel free. It's your own opinion. Whatever we are saying here, you are not bound by it, by what we're saying. You can also have your own opinion, please, and you can go to the comment section either on Facebook, and please help us share too. Help us share. Some people say they don't know how to comment, and I was telling the person that exactly where you said that message to me, just go there, just make sure it's on the comment section. Don't send it to me personally. Just send it on a group comment, and then I will see it, and then we can pull it up. So here's what I'm saying. I stand to be corrected, because what I'm saying it from my own opinion. Men cannot afford, a lot of single men out there. I'm not saying that I'm better than you. I'm not saying that my opinion is superior to yours, but I say that men need to bring down their ego. If you want to live like I'm the man, you will never find a suitable partner in your relationship or in your marriage. Sometimes you see that relationship look like it's not going to work. No, I'm not doing again. I can't even marry you. A little bit of tolerance and patience will take you there. There are a lot of men, I'm sorry to say, no apologies, but I'm sorry. I hope you understand what I'm saying. There are some irresponsible men. They leave their responsibilities in the hands of a woman. Let me quickly ask you, if you are in a relationship, can you say that I have ever bought something for this person that I'm dating? Some people think, Sheban date Arawani, both of us, we are just dating each other. I want to wait until when I'm married to her. No. What makes you the man there is the giving. Start being responsible. Anybody that cannot be responsible on Friday cannot be responsible on Saturday. That's just the truth. Your audio is gone, Miss Eniola. What's going on? Did you mute? I think you are muted. You are muted.
That's true. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just trying to. So why is Otumba coming back? Winnie really wants to make a call, and she wants Otumba on the 6th.
Okay.
So our call comes in.
Otumba is back.
But also, I like us to really talk about that insecurity part. Like Otumba mentioned something like about men being insecure. I think most of these issues we talk about, like what you just talked about now, they all boil down to insecurity on the part of the men. So I like us to really to talk about that. But let's see. Winnie's trying to come onto the call. Let's see.
Yeah. Hello, Winnie.
Hi. Good evening.
Can you come on a little bit louder?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening.
I don't know if you can hear me. Let me reduce the volume.
We can hear you now.
Yes, this is an interesting topic. This is a very interesting topic. And that was why I felt it would be nice for us to just pop in, with the viewers to just pop in and talk about it.
Thank you so
it's
much.
It's a very interesting topic.
Thank you very much for being a part of the program.
Yes. Talking about divorce, talking about being an Odogu wife, and talking about the other enjoyment parts that Annie was also talking about. It is very, very important. But the truth about it is, even if you want to be an Odogu wife, I would also advise that as a woman, you need to be busy.
Winnie, what is Odogu wife?
Odogu wife means, I'm not going to talk about Val. Val said that if your husband should tell you don't work and do this and all, and Annie was like, oh, it's a good one. The truth is, even if you're an Odogu wife, if somebody tells me to be an Odogu wife now, sit down and don't do anything. The truth is, there are so many things you can still do as a woman while you are inside the house.
Winnie, can I give you? Can I make this a formal invitation? I mean, you are at liberty to say yes or no. Would you want to be a part of the studio next week?
Yes.
Are you winning?
Yes. Okay. I would love this topic, like I said.
Okay. Because next week is going to be a lot of people in the studio. We're going to have quite a number of people in the studio. So I'm going to add you to my list. So please, thank you for accepting. Continue with your thought, please.
But Winnie, you didn't hear the latter part of that discussion, right? You know, there were clauses I gave, like to be an Odogu wife.
Winnie, continue. We're hearing from you, Winnie. Winnie, go ahead and talk.
That she's right by saying every woman wants it. But the truth is, I would also advise that if you want it, you should also remember the fact that you can as well work in the house without going anywhere.
Okay.
Winnie, so I'll be expecting
Let me quickly take you on that because I am Jeff Bezos. Do you know who Jeff Bezos is?
Yes.
Good. Do you know who Dangote is?
Yes.
Do you know who Otedola is? Bill Gates.
Please.
Good. Now, I am a combination of all these people put together. That makes me number one untouchable, richest. No, it's Winnie now. I've divorced you. So Winnie is the wife now. Now I'm telling you, I've changed my mind because you will not sit at home. I've told you, because you have PhD. Winnie is the wife now. Now, Winnie, we are 1 year into our marriage, and you just backed your PhD. And I'm saying that with my affluence and influence, I will be paying you whatever company, in fact, twice or 3 times whatever company wants to pay you. And as deposit and assured, secured the deposit in your account, I'm giving you $10 billion, all for you. Just do me a favor by spending the money. The only other thing I want you to do is like all expenses paid trip to anywhere in the world. I can give you a whole cruise, just you, with everything that you want. All I want is just don't work.
And don't multiply the money. Don't invest the money.
Don't invest the money.
That's-
Your investment
no
is
I
way.
should not invest the money.
yes.
Exactly.
Listen
That
now.
was
But
the
why
question.
forget that Bebo?
You know, concern me. If you like, be a query. What we are talking about here is like, we're trying to look at the possibility of a woman condescending to what a man wants, because it's not a perfect situation, but we're trying to create a situation when a man will tell a woman that, okay, this is what I want, and can it be done? If a man wants you to just sit at home, take care of the children, is that not enough responsibility? Make sure that the children go to school at the right time, their clothes are prepared. He just wants you to be like that ancient mother. You get what I'm saying? The Proverb 31, and this is not funny, and I'm very serious about it.
Yes, mother, you are for real.
Let me say something. From experience, I would not suggest that the woman stays at home or decides not to do anything 100%.
Telling you.
Because if a woman doesn't have an idea of knowing how to turn 50 kobo into 1,000, it's a very terrible thing. Even if you be Dangote's wife, if you don't know how to turn money into something, be the wife of the richest man in the world. If that man should buy,
Anything
if something happens to that man and that man dies, you're going to in fact, you would waste that money.
Otumba, can you see
from a very wealthy family?
Hold on, Winnie. Otumba, can you see the thinking of a woman? She's thinking about us spine. That's why is she not thinking about a woman spine?
Life is full of uncertainty.
Against the backdrop.
And they say nobody
Let me come back.
You want me to sit at home because you have given me all.
We have only 3 minutes to run up, and here is it.
Okay.
This is
Otumba. Okay.
Now let's turn the table. The woman is now Felicia Lakija, or the richest woman. Folorunsho Alakija.
What's the name of
Now
there's one woman that is richer than her though.
And you are not supposed to do anything. Just sit down at home and
no multiply.
Otumba, how can you even think about that when I'm the head of the family?
I'm just saying.
No, how can
I'm
you
not
just be
saying
saying?
a woman or a man.
I am the head. No, a woman's place is at the home. A man's place is on the field. You cannot put you cannot put a fish in a habitat that will not allow
whether
you
we like
to
it
swim.
or not, the world that we are now is changing. You have the thing of climate change going on. Guess what? If you are the man, the egg, and supposing the what God deposited in your wife, the grace that God deposited in your wife is even more than that of yours.
Exactly.
Why won't you allow her to fly?
Let me tell you, there's no amount
and that is
of
our problem. We men, we want to put our women down.
I totally disagree with you. It's not. We are not on the. We are. I'm parallel to that thought, because one, every creation will function in its own habitat. Okay. A man is not configured to be sitting at home. It's only stupid, irresponsible.
So what of women are configured to be sitting at home?
Yes.
It's going to be an interesting topic next week, I believe.
Yes, because that's where we're going to start. The habitation of.
We need to get ready, okay, babe?
Well, you see, they're already forming confraternity because of.
It's not about. I'm not saying the year.
No, I'm talking about not even you. See why?
Where we all belong. Like, okay,
I want to.
I need all this money. I won't want my wife.
Before I close, listen to this adage. I'm going to say Yoruba, then I'll try to. Igi sumo gilobonyo. Kò sọ́bọ̀ tó kọ́ gymnastic yo. Kò sí. You get, no matter how vast a fish can swim, take it out of its own habitation, you will find out that you cannot just take the fish from out of the water and put it on land. Then you will see that it becomes useless. Every creation of God has its own habitation, that habitat. If some of them, like there are some people who can do multi-functioning roles in habitation, like you see alligator, they can do both on land and on sea. There are some like that, but they do perfectly better in a particular habitat. You get, like the hippopotamus is so big, but it's a good swimmer. so big, and there are some animals, once they go into water, they sink, they drown. You get what I'm saying? But here is what I'm saying. It's my opinion, it's your opinion, and it's another opinion, including Winnie. So can I quickly have your bye-byes, the last thing you want to say about the woman before we take it? 20 seconds per person. Let's start with the lady.
Why are you always starting with me, Val? For once now.
Because they said ladies first now.
Okay, ladies, but all right, yeah, it's really been a very, very interesting episode again, and I do hope we're going to continue this topic next week. But once again, I believe no marriage or relationship can really function without adequate understanding of each other's values and proper collaboration. And again, the society we are really plays a major role on how we are going to embrace some things. Either way, we may not modernize or westernize or whatever, but we are still going to have some part of this culture imbibed in us. It's how we make it function and balance it that matters. So thank you, Otumba. Thank you, Val, and see you next week.
It's been a good time here with you guys, and I hope next week I will be here too again. It's a wonderful discussion. My own view is, you see, everybody have to know where is a area is, which means whether you're a man or a woman, let's respect the relationship. Let's put our ego aside, our pride aside. If you want to make a family, do it right. Not about you first. It's about the family. God bless everyone. We'll see you next time.
All right, lady and gentlemen, thank you so much. For 2 hours we've been doing cross-examination, participating. We are both guests, we are all hosts and all that, and I want to really appreciate you first of all for taking, despite the fact that this is coming at a very short notice. I thank you so much, particularly Otumba Oyewoga, for coming on the program, and also for Eniola, despite the inconveniences of time, still being able to be a part of it. Thank you so much for coming. And I want to say to our contributor today, Miss Winnie, thank you so much. That means a lot, and it speaks volume. And I'm sure that is going to give others too that they can be a part of the program. Please, if you want to show up on this program, there's a standard. You have to be properly, I want to say you have to appear. I want to talk about appearance. It has to be very decent appearance, very, very decent and modest. I mean, you can be, it doesn't have to be wearing tie and whatever, but please, that is very, very important to us. And please make sure that your audio is very clear and your background is good if you want to be on video in the studio with us. So thank you so much for everybody, and even for the viewers. Without you, there cannot be us. So, my distinguished viewers, I want to thank you so much for being a part of this program today. It's a process that is still ongoing. I remember we're still testing our waters, and we want to know how deep it is. Don't forget, it's my opinion, it's their opinion, and it's your opinion. Till we see each other again next week on these same stations, on this same media, not just medium, I want to say, Distinguished Viva, sorry for that breaking transmission. I think it was just the power in the studio. So it's my opinion, whatever we do here, and it's their opinion, and whatever you think also is your opinion. So please, on this same frequency, please follow me on Facebook, Valentine Gbenga Olasende. Go to my page. That's still large enough to accommodate you. If you go to my personal handle, is already filled up. And also, you can go on YouTube. Very, very important. Please go on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel so that when we drop any new edition, you'll be immediately alerted and you'll be a part of the program anytime we're live automatically. And please just help us increase our followership. That was also very important. On behalf of all of us in the studio, on behalf of Adorable Olasende, who has been the camera person, on behalf of all the other entire crew cast of this particular edition, we say thank you so much. See you again next week, and I hope to see you. That's the camera person. Thank you so much, everybody. The stories that are most important to us are stories about me, you, and others. Such stories are about politics, economy, landmark achievements, institutions, sports, and entertainment.